Hello? Hello? What's up, y'all? It has been a minute since I seen y'all, since y'all seen me. Like, years. It's been years. But good news is I want to let y'all know that I'm back. But back in a different way, in a different form. I forgot to introduce myself, so I'm dropping this in the middle of the video. How rude of me. If you are new, are you welcoming back? I go by the name of Vicious Child. That was my music name, but now on social media you'll find me as Who Is Vicious. Who is basically a technology, cybersecurity terminology. Basically, when you're trying to find information on a domain or a person or anything like that, you'll type in who is in this program called Who Is, or this script called Who Is, and it'll basically give you a whole bunch of information about that person. So that's kind of like my tie in between my music and technology as well. So that's now what I go by and what you'll find me under. My real name is Ariane. That's all y'all need to know. I welcome y'all. If you are new, all you welcoming back, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, so anytime I post, you'll see it. Anytime I, have a new video, you'll see it, and any other updates I have on the channel as well. Yeah, so get back to what I was talking about before. So if you was here prior to this video, you knew that I did mostly making beats, introduction on how to make beats, more so like how to actually make your own beats, as far as like beat tutorials. I would do like beat type beats. You could really just see right here what the things I used to do, or you could go into my old videos and just look into it if you're interested. So that was like really my whole thing. Like, I was on the producer kick, I was engineering, I was making my own music, and that was really my passion at the time. But at some point I kind of just fell out of love with it. It became more of a task than, yeah, let me do something that I love. And I just felt like I was putting out product that I really didn't want to do, but just because I wanted to kind of grow my YouTube channel in a sense and gain some customers as far as what I was doing on a production side. So I kind of took a step back from that, a major step back from that really. Once I kind of like my first year, maybe about since my last video, I was still at Berkeley. If you don't know, I was at Berkeley College of Music, and my major was music production and engineering. So that was primarily what I was doing most of the time, making beats. But then I kind of got into like the songwriting aspect and making my own songs. So I kind of took a step back from making beats as a sense and just doing my own thing as far as making music. And then I graduated Berkeley May 2020, so right in the peak of the pandemic, and I was working with a couple of people, good songwriters as a matter of fact, Grammy award winning producers and songwriters, and I was kind of just putting a lot of effort into it. I was giving my whole self, late nights, early mornings, where I was just dedicated to, yeah, we're gonna get this hit, we're gonna get a song, somebody gonna pick it up. And it never happened. And if you know, and you a songwriter, a producer, you could make beats on beats on beats, record as many songs as you want, send them out to the producer, send them out to A&Rs, and you can literally get nothing from it. Like, an artist probably will never pick it up, an A&R may not even pick it up, and that's 75% of the time. That's just a number I threw out there, but that's 75% of the time. Especially if you're not like signed to a publishing company or even a record label, like, your chances are really slim to none. And so I kind of just got burnt out. Like, I was producing, I was writing, I was doing this, I was doing that, and nothing was coming from it. And most of the time, if you're writing songs, you're not getting paid. You're not getting paid for your time. You don't really make money unless you get a songwriting credit, and that's if you get points on the song, really. That's a whole nother discussion for a different topic. But I just kind of took a step back from that because I was just like, you know, I'm writing songs, nothing coming out of this. I'm not getting paid. I'm fresh out of college, no job. Like, we in the middle of a pandemic. Like, I'm already depressed as it is. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people was going through it at that time. And I kind of just had to make a decision that really wasn't something that I wanted to do anymore at that time. So during that time being, I was fortunate enough to become a UPS driver. Shout out to y'all, because that's a hard job. A lot of people think it's easy, you just delivering packages, but it's way bigger and deeper than that. And so I stayed there for about a year and a half, and during that time, like, I tried to still do music, you know. And if you know, like, UPS, you working long hours, so if you work an 8-hour shift on your route, you get lucky. But for the most part, you working about 10 to 12 hours a day, especially during Christmas time. So it was just, I would be getting off at 9-10 o'clock, trying to get a song in, but I was so exhausted that I would just wake up the next day at 9 o'clock, get up and repeat. So I was like, okay, I know I can't stay at UPS much longer just because I'm burnt out. This is really just a lot for me right now. So I was like, I can't really do music because I'm not really in love with it right now like I used to be. Like, music will always be my passion, and I strive to get back to that. But I just had other interests that I wanted to take on. So what I decided to do, I went back to school to get my master's in cybersecurity. If you don't know what cybersecurity is, it's basically protecting the internet in a easiest way possible to say. Like, you're protecting the internet. So like, if you're working for a company, you're protecting that company from hackers in a sense. So any like security threat or anything like that, you are responsible for helping that company basically get its security up to date. Make sure you're protecting the security of the company. A lot of phishing emails and things like that, you're basically responsible, and you're part of a team that helps with securing that environment or that company from security attacks. So that's basically what I did. I went to school, got my master's. I actually just graduated in September. That took me about a year and a half as well to complete. And yeah, so that's basically like kind of an update of like what I'm doing now. Cybersecurity, technology, still doing music. And what I want to do is bring to this channel is, I see a lot of artists that are getting leaked, like their music is getting leaked, and I wanted to find a way to kind of help people that are, you know, people that may not even have come across this or may run into this issue in the future or have run into this issue. And what I kind of want to do on this channel is bring awareness to a lot of situations in security that most people don't even know about. So for the most part, that is kind of what I'll be discussing on this channel and covering on this channel. I still will kind of correlate the two as far as like what I'll be doing with music. I may do like music reviews here and there. But personally, it would be more so of like security based. So like how to protect yourself, how to get secure passwords, how to protect yourself on the internet, Wi-Fi. Like, it's so much into like technology these days with AI and everything. It's so much you could really cover, and I feel like a lot of people in my generation, I'm 25 right now, a lot of people in my generation, younger or even older, like older people are not really as tech savvy as, you know, people my age or younger. So for me, I just kind of want to bring awareness just to a lot of things that's going on in technology. And I'm excited, y'all. Like, it's been a long time coming, and for me, like, I've always been a computer person. I've always been technology driven, but I just never really knew that I could make a career out of it. So basically what I'll do is, you know, the next video I'll basically explain my journey on how I basically got into cybersecurity. The steps if you're interested on like the career path to become a cybersecurity analyst or just work in cybersecurity as a whole. And just like, even if y'all want to see more music stuff, like I'm not in a space to produce anymore, but I can always give guidance on like how you can improve your music, because at the end of the day I still have an ear for it, whether I'm making it or not. Like, good music to me is good music to me. If I find that something is special in what you're doing, I'm gonna be able to give you that. So that's something that I'll never lose. That's just instilled in me, and that's my passion at the end of the day. But just as far as this channel is concerned, like, I kind of want to make it, initially I wanted to find a way on how I can combine my passion and combine my interests, which is music and technology. And basically that is what this channel will be. It'll be how I can combine the two together to create a project that's not only interesting to me, but it can help other people as well. So that is more so like what this channel will be, strongly based on music and technology. And just, you know, if y'all want to see anything or want to know anything, if I don't know, I'm gonna find a way to help y'all out and, you know, figure it out. But that's really mostly what we're gonna be doing on this channel, and I'm excited, y'all. Like, I've been sitting on this for a minute, and I just kind of had to figure out like how I was gonna bring myself back, because I really enjoyed doing YouTube. I really enjoyed making content. But if you know me, you know I'm not really like a social media person. So an issue that I had as well was just like posting on social media, just things like that. But the only thing I was really consistent on was YouTube. And I know a lot of people have reached out to me even to this day saying, hey, you really helped me in the music field. And that's something that really touched me. Like, I always want to be able to help people with any knowledge that I have. Like, knowledge is power, and I'm not really one to hold back any knowledge that I have, because, you know, the more you know, the better you are. And that's something that I strongly believe in. So I want to be able to help people in any way that I can, whether it's music related, life related, technology related, security related, whatever the case may be. Like, that is really who I am at heart. I'm always willing to help people in any way possible. And if you know that about me, you know that that's me. And sometimes I could, you know, deny that, but that's really me at heart. So if you new, go ahead and subscribe right now. If you old, just be on the lookout for new content and new just a whole different new vibe. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be a roller coaster. So I just want to say, welcome back to the game. Welcome back to the squad. Y'all know how I used to be. But like I've said, I've grown as a person since the last time I've been on this channel. I'm older. I have a little bit more experience in life as well. I have a lot of friends that's still in the music industry. If y'all, you know, still want to see content like that here and there, I may bring a few of my friends on to kind of talk about music as well, as far as songwriting, production, engineering, anything like that as well. I'm not closed off to anything, so it's really gonna really gonna try to have a combination on the channel. So I'll discuss music and tech as I described in the beginning. But yeah, this is my intro. This is my conclusion to the video, and I hope to see y'all at the next one. Tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your grandma. We back and we out.